ngithanda ukuphawula kuloko uSmart Makhosi ekushilo because it's very powerful and yenza ukuthi abantu bangalali babe nama-nightmares babe nomona. Babe nomona. Because now there has been someone who proudly said we plagiarize into yabangoma because we can tap into the same energy without having gone the same process. Because now here's how I can substantiate from what he was saying. If uzofika la emhlabeni, you've got a spiritual gift which needs traditional means to manifest. Uzothwasiswa. But once you master that, you leave it at a level where it's transcendent. Isikhuphukile, yasuke ezingeni la emhlabeni, isibambile momentum according to the energies which have powered that in the first place. So mangabe wenzile ubungoma, wamaster ubungoma, waphakamisa abanye ebungomeni, wayibeka kahle into yakho, yaba ukuthi seyikhuphukile. So mayifika lapho, now it has connected to its original format. Ephuma khona emazulwini. So umuntu othatha lesi siphiwo uzosithatha sesihlahlambila sadinga ukuthwasela.
Mawufika to the celestial side, there's only one spirit that rules there. Amakhosi, yabona amakhosi wonke swabalayo nanani aphelela from the marine spirit to the earth realm. But mawufika laphana, now we find the 12 or the 24 churches of the universe. The 12, which is the second level, then the other 12 is the first, second, hierarchy is the second level, the first and the second level, which is, it takes you back to Revelation chapter 4, when it says, abakhula babehleli bewu-24 esihlalweni sobukhosi bembethe iy'ngubo ezimhlophe. Then they speak about the 24 elders of the universe. Lapho-ke uma usufike kuleyo level leyo, asagqoka iy'phika, asisambatha amajazi, lapho kusebenza amagawuni. Sekunamagawuni akhona specific-ke manje agcokwayo. Ijaji nejaji kunegawuni yakhona eligcokayo.
And there was a conductor, the choir, the school choir. She's also a healer, so she had red and white beads and stuff. So when we exited the graveyard, she passed with the learners, Abachika, like she was doing her teacher duties.
The teachers,
She came back from the gate. I was way at the back because we have to allow the heshidi. She knelt in front of me. My boyfriend was panicking at that, my ex. What's happening? What is this? I was like, I also don't know. That time, I didn't even have my beads. She was like, Bahana. It's like they are saying I shouldn't pass you like that. I should come back and kneel. And she kept on speaking in Zulu, Makosi, Siyathokoza, Makosi. I was like, okay, please stand up. Like, it's okay. Like, I was panicking.
Yeah.
Then she left. So I was like, okay, this is weird. I don't even have my beads today, but what is she picking up?
The spirits of Makosi, in its hierarchy form, Aksabantu. It's aliens.
Correct.
The extraterrestrial side of it, it's not humans. That is why mawukhula ngamakhosi, you'll start dreaming of extraterrestrial, you start dreaming of aliens, you'll start experiencing them, you'll start seeing the UFOs, even if noma even if noma abazofika emhlabeni, you'll be the one who wazi ukuthi bazofika and all of that.
I'm going to read a statement. You'll give your thoughts.
Okay.
Ereng Sangoma doesn't believe in Christianity.
My Lord.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another interesting episode of Munchies and Thoughts. Your host, Chef Patanani Mbata. Hello, darlings. It's been 5 years, 16 episodes, 16 seasons of Munchies and Thoughts with me, Chef Patanani Mbata. Welcome to another interesting episode of Munchies and Thoughts. Of course, I am your host and I'm joined by my beautiful people. Hello, darlings.
We're good, darling.
How are you?
We're good.
Oh my goodness, Mbatlinjan. Spirit mode, you right? That's like Matsepo, how are you?
I'm good at yourself.
Oh my goodness, finally meeting you in person. You are pretty. Smart Makos.
That's okay.
How are you?
Thank you so much.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much, darlings. Let me not take a shine away from you. You will start by introducing yourself. Who are you? Where are you from? And what's special about you? And please do leave your numbers if you want, because we'll never know after this episode.
Sanbonani Munchies, so Bob Mahlangu. I'm, but last time, but my titles are fancy.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to go there. Okay, so I'm basically an entrepreneur, and I'm a spiritual healer, njengoba ngisho spiritual healer, I'm a global mentor, and I focus more entweni zikamoya. So sebenza ngemimoya kakhulu, sebenza nge-self initiation, ngisebenza ngezinto zokubuyisa abantu abashonile abangekho emhlabeni who were snatched, and ngisebenza ngokuphakamisa iy'nhlanhla kakhulu, iy'phakamo, cha ithwalo khona ekhaya singeni lapho. So that's what I basically work with. So ngitholakala ezweni lase-Pretoria in Winterfeld. My number is 061-063-9793. Siyabonga.
Thank you so much, my lady.
Hi to the Munchies. Hi, Chef. Fellow guests. I hope you're well. My name is Mantshepo Muluti. I'm from Rustenburg in the Northwest. I am an entrepreneur. I am a content creator, influencer. I am a YouTuber as well. Spiritually, I consider myself as a spiritual healer with the other different titles underneath that badge. But I am just a spiritual healer who's passionate about mentoring self-initiates, people who are taking this journey by themselves and just need alignment and guidance. My WhatsApp number is 076-967-8102.
Wow, thank you so much.
Emagqumeni nasemadwaleni omhlaba phezulu entabeni zokhahlamba phansi emgedeni kwelamathongo siyakhuleka. I go by the name of Smart Makhosi Sizwe. Ngisazi, I'm a numerologist and I'm a spiritual healer. I'm a self-initiate. And the number for me, it's 061-23-06479. And all social platforms, it's Smart Makhosi Sizwe. Thank you, Bishop.
Thank you so much. Basichazile ukuthi bangobani, babuyaphi, benzani. I want to understand, Matshepo, you did say that you are a spiritual healer who's got different titles under her.
Yes. Under the spiritual healer heading,
Okay.
my gifts in their different
Can you please,
aspects.
if you...
Okay. So, as a self-initiate, I believe that your gift will always evolve and there's no fixed title. But the gifts that I am aware of and that I'm practicing at the moment are that of being a Kastswana Remitsa Mosebeleti,
Okay.
ke moporofeta, ke ngaka, and a neo-exansing ke tlo explorer e tlotlang ko pele ke ya boruti.
Wow.
Yes.
Coming to you. You said ubuyisa abantu abashonile. Can you just give me more on that one? Because ngengezwe omunye ethi no, it's fine. What do you mean?
Okay, so basically by that, khona abantu abathwetshulwayo. So these are spirits that are basically trapped from transcending or ascending. Abafiki kwela semathonga, they become otokoloshi, or not otokoloshi, baba idashana, abantu abasetshenziswayo. So these spirits, when they are trapped, they do so much damage in people's families, especially their own native bloodline. So umuntu mangalalisekanga ngekhaya kuba nenkinga eziningi. So we basically deal with issues of bringing them back or freeing them. But back means that we take them out of captivity, so we bring them back to connections with their family. That's how we're able to now assist them ascend to where they're supposed to go, Gwela Sematonga.
Wow. Okay, I heard both of you, three of you, talking about self-initiate. I know I've been asking a lot of questions about self-initiate. Self-initiate. I know there was a time I was called, I was investigating you. I'm like, okay, so there are Manchis that are watching the show. There are Manchis that are lost. There are Manchis who don't understand what is self-initiate, like me. Can you guys educate me and the Manchis before we can proceed? What is self-initiate? Where is this self-initiate coming from? How is differ from the Bangomas, the Nyangas that we know is Kulesbazi, that are all over? Kuhlukana kanjani? Ngicela ukuthi nifundise mina and the Manchis. We are talking today. Anyone intombi yakhe ethi uJesu, insizwa yakhe ethi uJesu.
Okay, ngicela ukuqala ke. I think where we need to draw the basis of what does it mean to be self-initiate. This term has a lot of problems because one, it looks as though we are gratifying ourselves, says pagamisa, in such a way that we say sizenzela yonke into, but we need assistance. So the term self-initiation first encountered the term when I was investigating, or rather researching, about the left-hand path. Secret societies, we talk about, systems that do not worship the light as we mostly do. So mawufika lapha kunama self-initiation rites. This is where they teach you how to get into another phase of your spiritual evolution by yourself. And that process is guided. So it doesn't mean that you are all alone, no ancestor, no mentor, no guide, nothing else. So the term self-initiation, ngayithola lapho. So now let's make a practical example as I explain. If your ancestors come from a lineage yabangoma and then they have not mastered ubungoma, you are bound to actually complete their mission or assignment. So ngamanye amagama uzothatha ubungoma and take it to a level where it's supposed to be. Abangoma, they've got a specific tradition. Unfortunately, they will argue quite a lot when I say ubungoma. It's a spiritual system or tradition. It's got its rules, it's got its vibrancy and how it conducts itself. So, but uma ngabe nje sibheka istructure somuntu, in your blueprint, you've got gifts from God, you've got gifts from your maternal line and your paternal line. Your paternal line has everything to do with defined spiritual concepts. She spoke about not titling because she comes from a self-initiation component of spirituality. So now your maternal line can have titles because there was a specific tradition they used to drive certain gifts. For example, bahamba ngethunywa abathandazeli, bahamba ngedlozi abangoma, bahamba ngokuthize amagedla and whatnot. But now when it comes to gifts from God, they are cosmic or universal. Some of these gifts, they transcend, they go beyond our earthly plane. La kuthiwa khona there's a defined tradition. That's why we can tap into ancient traditional practices and apply them, because abangoma, when they're looking at us, they feel like we are white wannabe or we want to be abanyabantu bakomanye amazwe. But it's because our spirit is not bound on traditional or lineages.
Wow.
So we tap into other aspects of spirituality which are cosmic. They're kept in archaic records, or they are kept in universal energies that are available for us to tap in and to apply healing methodologies.
Wow.
Ngiyabonga.
Matap, is anything you want to say?
I would say from my journey, when I was conscious and ready to say I'm taking on this gift, I hadn't done a lot of research when it comes to initiation and gifts and all that. It was a conscious decision that I took that I will do this thing on my own. So meaning I won't go look for a mentor, or I just want to understand my guides for myself first before I can go to someone, because I believe that that brings a lot of maturity. When you now approach someone else, you know where you stand. You know, briefly, I've seen dreams like this. I've seen beats like this. But do your own research before you go on to someone else, because I've seen that if you go blindly and seek help, also is there any research about you, your lineage, your bloodline, you will find the people that nowadays we feel like other healers, they scam us, they don't do right by our gifts, they get us into spirits that we shouldn't have initiated into. So it's a conscious decision that I took, that up until I'm ready or feel like I can go as someone else, let me understand this thing for myself until a certain point that I feel, okay, more I'm stuck. But I would say throughout my journey, I've been doing it by myself with my guides, of course, not self as in like I'm alone. My guides are assisting me. And it's been a few instances where I've went to a mentor or a healer, and those experiences were bad, which proved me right in the beginning that going to someone else for me won't work. And they've taught me that lesson, that it didn't go well. So I've continued to do this journey by myself with the assistance of my guides.
I want to bring out history to the name and still answer your question. So I don't know which one I should start with.
To you, I will stop you if you are going far and far.
Okay. Back in 2014 to 2017, there was a group on Facebook called The Footprint of Our Ancestors. Most of the healers that are famous now were part of that group. Nama was also part of that group. That group was founded by Abangoma or Gobela. And the main purpose of that group was to teach about Ubungoma and Umthetho Weshoba, and to protect the sacredness and the secret of Ubungoma, and to keep isithunzi sobungoma sihloniphekile. That was the main purpose of that group. Now there's a lady who shared her story that, I think her name was Coco Dikeleti, sorry. She shared a story that yena uhambe uhambo lakhe lukamoya, but azange azathwase, and as that she didn't go to any initiation, but instead uyakwazi ukusebenza, usebenza ngeinhlolo and all of that. The name that lady she used was a self-twasser. Self-twasser. Most of people who were part of that group till today, they call us self-twassers. Phathana kuzo zonke izimpi ezake zaba khona zama-self-made nezangoma ayikho enkulu njengaleya. Kwaliwa. So because of usmart nokuphapha kwakhe nokuthanda isilungu, I saw that the name Twasa is kind of a bit inkinga. Then I said, no, let us change it and make it a little bit of nisilungunyana. And we brought the initiate part of it. So when my teachings, they started gaining popularity on Facebook and other healers coming to advocate, abangama self-initiate nabo, then the name started gaining popularity to its own. Hence why I always say, Kubantu, the name self-initiate, it's new, but self-initiation it's not new.
Yeah.
It's old, but the name is the one that it's new. So guess like people have a problem with the name at the very same time with who we are. Now, I'm answering your question now, as singama self-initiate, siyini. Ngifuna ukuyichaza kahle abantu abadala.
Bengithi sewuyashumayela.
No. Each and every spirit esi-existayo phezu komhlaba sine version yaso e-exista universally. So what is ancestrally, there's also a version of it that is universally. Ne? You would find amakhosi aphansi emhlabeni, you'll also find a version yamakhosi e-universally. You find idlozi lobungoma elithwaselwayo, you also find isithunywa sobungoma, which is the similar version but esi-universal esingathwaselwa. Now, lokho kulaphansi emhlabeni kupractice according to isintu, according to the DNA, according to our traditional customs, of which kuzothwaselwa ngendlela yani yesintu. Ongumsuthu uyothwasa isithu sakubo, ongumzulu uyothwasa umakhosi. Same applies to the Tsonga, same applies to the Vendas and all of that. But what is universally doesn't conform to the traditional customs, because it's universally, there's a sense of fluidity. That means ikwazi ukuzenzela izinto yona ngokwayo. Right. Lo olaphansi ongenwe imimoya yala emhlabeni, lo muntu kumele athwase. Lo muntu kumele conform to what these spirits conform to, which is traditional customs. Ushuthi wena uzothwasa. You'll go through the traditional custom of it, uzothwasa uyidle intwasa and all of that. But mina will have the same similar spirit onaso nawe, but esamsi universally, and it doesn't conform to ini lentwaso yakho elaphansi emhlabeni. Then mina I'm not gonna thwasa. That means I conform to the universal spirit, the similar version of yours, but mine it's universally and yours is traditionally. When now you twasa, you have to go through the twasa, because this kind of a spirit you have, it conforms to the tradition, but I don't conform to the tradition. Then I will have the similar spirit, but angeke ngizengithwase.
Wow, anything you want to say?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, I also wanted to add on that thing, Yoti. I'm not saying I didn't try to go find help, but every time I wanted to go to someone, I got strict instructions from my guides. Uthi,
Oh.
we said we'll do things for ourselves. Where are you going?
Wow.
Your spirit, your gift will mature on its own. Just listen to what we tell you to do that, and you'll be fine. Yeah.
So ngithanda ukuphawula kuloko uSmart Makhosi ekushilo, because it's very powerful and yenza ukuthi abantu bangalali babe nama nightmares, babe nomona.
Babe nomona.
Because now there has been someone who proudly said we plagiarize into yabangoma because we can tap into the same energy without having gone the same process. Because now here's how I can substantiate from what he was saying. If uzofika la emhlabeni, you've got a spiritual gift which needs traditional means to manifest. Uzothwasiswa. But once you master that, you leave it at a level where it's transcendent. Isikhuphukile, yasuke ezingeni la emhlabeni, isibambile momentum according to the energies which have powered that in the first place. So mangabe wenzile ubungoma, wamaster ubungoma, waphakamisa abanye ebungomeni, wayibeka kahle into yakho, yaba ukuthi seyikhuphukile. So mayifika lapho, now it has connected to its original format. Ephuma khona emazulwini. So umuntu othatha lesi siphiwo uzosithatha sesihlahlambila sadinga ukuthwaselwa. So now what happens there ukuthi bese mawubamba loyo moya, ingakho ngisho ukuthi they are gifts from God and they are gifts from the lineage. the lineage is supposed to heal using the vehicle yobungoma. Once the lineage is completely healed and it has transcended, isihleli ngaphezu kwezinga lemithetho yomhlaba. It does no longer conform to what the earth prescribes, for umoya ukuthi ufikelele lapho. So now bese kufika lento ukuthi ngihamba ngesithunywa but angithwasanga ngithi mina ngizithwasisile. Angizithwasisanga, ngibambe umoya who is fully evolved. Usuhlangene. So mangifika lana mina earthly, that's what she was saying. Uma ehambe yodinga usizo lokuthwasiswa, they refused because she's not supposed to go through initiation eyomhlaba ngama traditional systems, but she's supposed to acquaint herself and to fulfill ukuthi ayemanzini angena phakamise ithuna one day iqedile lapho.
Wow. Yes.
You do not conform yourself as a self-initiate.
Oh.
You are told that you are a self-initiate.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Awuvuki uthi ngi-self-initiate. It doesn't work like that.
True.
There's a question.
I wanted to say by who?
Oh, okay.
She was conformed
Oh.
for the fact that she kept on going to people and then abantu abadala do not go.
Yeah.
She was conformed that you are not part of those people.
Wow.
So awuvuki uthi no mina
I'm
just
doing this
because
on my
I'm doing
own.
this on my own. They are the ones that tell you ukuthi thina siyazenzela. Cause uzocabanga ukuthi uyi-self-initiate kanti wena uyembulelwa. Usa-aligna nedlozi lakho. Ubona izinto, ubonisa uhamba ama-beats and all of that. Ucabanga ukuthi uyi-self-initiate. Kuthi mase kumele uyothwasa bese ubuzositshela ukuthi lento esiyenzayo ayikho kanti cha umuntu beka-wrong la bekuwuwe. You thought ukuthi uyi-self-initiate kanti you are not.
Nizwela ke bachazile ukuthi cha awuzitshela ukuthi uyi-self-initiate. Awuvuki kusasa ube usuyi-self-initiate. Uyatshelwa. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. The hierarchy of spirits. What is it that you can say about that before I can read whatever that I want to read?
So, based on my experience, of course, I have seen that there are different spirits.
Okay.
I cannot say I walk with a gift from my mother's side and ke mo porofeta fela. As much as in the beginning, and this is what I always tell my mentors, in the beginning, we want to attach ourselves to one side that you're familiar with, ngihamba no gogo, because maybe you were close to her, upupayena and whatnot. But I always say, trust that after you have done the basics of getting your white doek, your candles, your layering, you are going to start seeing ancestral cloths. You are going to start seeing leopards and amabai and other things, because you don't walk with one spirit. You don't walk with a person. Your gifts are different. Hence, after this one, bafila hore, you've completed this phase, another ancestor will introduce themselves and. And as you elevate, you get to see now you do also have universal spirits. Hence what he was saying, they are gifts from God, they are gifts from angels, kona itunya, kona madlozi, kona your actual blood-related grandmother and. So that's how I've seen that, how the hierarchy goes, and there are levels to ascending to the ultimate one that we want to get to, which is when we talk about chakras, your purple chakra, where everything is like an aha moment and you've gotten to that ascension stage.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so when Mbatalana, we don't want to blow people with information. Singahambise kude kakhulu. Ngicela ukuyicala nje la iduze on the earthly plane. Because people are asking sick questions. Zokuthi, how do you know instances of death if you're still alive? If you are here trapped in the matrix and you are dead, it's your problem, because we are immortal spirits. This is not our first incarnation we've lived. We are old souls. There has been instances of lives that we lived, and we are able to tap into that. So when we talk about the spiritual hierarchies, we've got board members of the earth who are cosmic, guardians. Labos wabiza nge council of souls.
Wow.
We've got council of souls, which deals with oversight. The incarnation and death and cosmic missions. Then under that, we've got the Soul's Council. The Soul Council, this is the council, your individual, your personal journey on earth. There's a council that's watching over that. From that, that's where we find different types of spirits. Now we introduce the hierarchy.
Yeah.
Kona inzunza, kona inkanyamba, kona ama-star seeds lapho, bese khona ama-blood ancestors, abalozi, You know,
Actually, I love it because I started with the hierarchy. I was supposed to start there. I just wanted to see. I love it, but proceed.
thank you so much. So basically, my blood ancestors who are lesser spirits, lesser in terms of vibrational frequency or hierarchical levels. They are connected to us. They're earthbound spirits that lived and died, and they still preside some type of guidance over us. So ihamba ifike lapho because ngisakuthi masingaphumela ngaphandle abantu bangalahleka. People keep saying this is sure yaziko because they haven't experienced them. So sibanike nje ubisi so that they can get acquainted to.
Then they will want more. Then you guys will come back.
Correct.
Anything you wanna say?
Ihlukene kawu three levels. There is the earth level, the spiritual hierarchy.
Tell the Munchies.
The spiritual hierarchy ihlukene kawu
Spiritual
three.
hierarchy is ihlukene kawu 3.
Yes.
Okay.
Bisi nje. Uncane nje. There is the earth level, then there's the marine level, then there's the celestial level. Sharp. The earth level ila khona uthola yonke imimoya engamadlozi. Umndawo, umnguni, abalozi, amanono, you find all this kind of spirits ezithwaselwa ifuna ukulungiselwa and all of that. They are in the earth level. Alungiselwe maqeda ukulungiselwa, then you ascend uya kwelamathongo. Mawufika kwelamathongo it's level 2. Mawufika kwelamathongo uyakuphi uye emanzini. Mawufika emanzini now you are experiencing what we call marine spirits, or some people they call them nzunza spirits. Lapho uhlangana nani? Uhlangana namandiki, uhlangana namakhosi olwandle, uhlangana nabalozi bamanzi, uhlangana namalinda, uhlangana namanono wasemanzini. Uyalungisa uyasort. When all of that is done, then now you ascend. When you ascend to the celestial side, mawufika to the celestial side, there's only one spirit that rules there. Amakhosi, yabona amakhosi wonke swabalayo nanani aphelela from the marine spirit to the earth realm. But mawufika laphana, now we find the 12 or the 24 judges of the universe. The 12, which is the second level, then the other 12 is the first, second, hierarchy is the second level, the first and the second level, which is, it takes you back to Revelation chapter 4, when it says, abakhula babehleli bewu-24 esihlalweni sobukhosi bembethe iy'ngubo ezimhlophe. Then they speak about the 24 elders of the universe. Lapho-ke uma usufike kuleyo level leyo, asagqoka iy'phika, asisambatha amajazi. Lapho kusebenza amagawuni. Sekunamagawuni akhona specific-ke manje agcokwayo. Ijaji nejaji, kunegawuni yakhona eligcokayo. And ijaji nejaji, let's say there are 12 judges. Ijaji nejaji represent a certain system of your body. There are 12 systems of your body. Ijaji nejaji maliphakama, there's a certain system of your body elungiswayo. If maybe you were gifted as uphathanani to be a seer ukwazi ukubona, kunejaji elisebenza ngokuthi likwazi ukubona, lisebenza nge-third eye yakho. Maliphakamile alikwazi ukujaja, but kumele lihlale phansi. Once laphakama uphathanani uzophathwa amehlo, aqala gule, aye kuma-optometrist ashone phansi nale. Once lalungiswa lelo jaji laba right, ijaji lihlala phansi, uphathanani uyakwazi ukubona. If uphathanani was gifted ukuthi abe isazi afundise abantu, uzoqala uqaqambelwa amazinyo abe buhlungu. Gijinyisa ushonele kuthiwa nawo abantu abadala, because ijaji lenzeni liphakamile and kumele liqale lijaji. Once kwalungisela lokho ijaji lihlala phansi, then amazinga ayathula aba right, then uyaqala wenzani, you are gifted with the wisdom, uyaqala uyafundisa. So each judge represent a certain system of your body. You find abanye abantu and the inform yamajaji ayigcokwa emini. You do not wear it during the day because asebenza ebusuku. So amajaji, like they are the secret side of yourself. I'll make an example. Kunejaji egcoka uniform ephephule, igawuni yakhona iphephule, you understand? Ingubo yabafazi leyana, ingubo yesililo, ingubo yakaMaria ekhala eCalvary sey'nyaweni zakaJesu Kristu. Ingubo yakahana esethempelini ecela uJesu ecela uNkulunkulu ukuthi amnikeze uSamuel. Ingubo uDavida angena ngayo elokhunjaneni inside the cave ayeyimbathile, wathi umeyimbathile kanti isitha singene naye ngemuva. Uthe umengena ngaphakathi isitha sikhonanga ukumbona ngoba le ngubo indlela ayinde ngakhona yafihla ama-footprints wakhe lapho wayehamba khona. Ingubo yobukhosi, so you do not wear it in front of the people. Ingubo othi mawuhlangane nesimo esenza umoya wakho ungakwazi ukuma kahle udonse yona uyokhuleka ngayo.
Matshepo.
No, I think I've said enough.
Okay,
Yeah.
you know what? I want to come to you. You spoke about the council, hence I said I wanted to start there. I wanted to know the spiritual council and the nature of the council and its composition. We came to realize that one is governed by a council of guides, which act as governors, healers, messengers, administrators, and protectors. Then, can you comment on the composition of this council and why it will go back to the hierarchy? There are people, but yeah, you can answer. Look, understand but it's for all of you guys. Kunabantu uthola ukuthi ubizwa ukuthi ugogo, ubizwa ukuthi umkhulu, ubizwa ukuthi umakhosi. So what I want to understand, and something that I've been asking myself, does it mean ukuthi ugogo is on top of the council or the hierarchy? That's why ngizobizwa ugogo or ngizobizwa umkhulu or ngizobizwa umakhosi. I just want to understand. I don't know if you guys understand.
I get you.
I will start with you, then Matshepo, or anyone who wants to start on this one.
Okay, Ngiyabonga Mbatha. So when we talk about the Souls Council, njengoba usushilo, we talk about a heavenly host that's delegated to oversee or to actually assist you with your journey on earth. And ngiyacela nje kancane ukuthi ngithi, so the Anunnaki mabazo design a system yomhlaba. Yes.
Yes, proceed.
So now nabazo design a system yomhlaba as a matrix, they created one layer. This layer, in fact, they didn't create, they took advantage of one layer. When your soul, before your soul is born, it goes through 7 stages. In one of the stages, you go through the veil of forgetfulness. Once usuqedile nje from the council of souls, you know, the board members of the earth, my incarnations, uzothi udlula lapho, you forget everything as a spirit. That's why as a baby you start from scratch. So lapho ke mawuqeda ukudlula lapho usumncane. So you need a host, a heavenly delegation that's going to guide you. From that, you spoke about the composition. The composition yakho depending on your soul's mission. If you are here to basically take a mission as a healer, lapho ke kuba khona labo khuluma ngabo ogogo, khona omkhulu. Uzozwa umuntu kuthiwa umukwena bese
Makhosi.
yeah, nabo makhosi ngizongena lapho. Umuntu kuthiwa umukwena, makumukwena ephuphe, you know, the crocodiles. So we counsel there are also totems, spirit animals ezibakhona lapho. That's why some people, their totems amabhubezi, some people ama totems indlovu, they are part of the Souls Council. Lapho ke bese kuba khona nomuntu esimbiza ngesithunywa, not in the context okwelapha, but the one who's basically sent by the council to send dreams towards you, to talk to you, to alert you when there are problems. So uyisithunywa sabadala. Akusiyisithunywa esintwaso noma isithunywa esisebenza ngokomoya sokusebenzela sokukhuleka. Then we've got that. Also what we've got other spirits that comprise of your earthly mission. Let's say, for example, you're a starseed. You need a starseed to be guiding from the Souls Council. Starseeds, we talk about people with galactic origins because noma ngabe sekuthiwa ngumahlangu, it does not necessarily mean I'm a native mahlangu spirit. Because into esingayazi ukuthi we can also cross lineages. Uyakwazi ukusuka kwaMbatha ungene kwenye lineage. Yes, you can. In many ways, through adoption, through rituals, through prayer. So there are many instances where that happens. So lapho ke spiritual council sakho sizoba nama totems, kuba nabo gogo nabo mkhulu, kuba khona amakhosi, ila usho khona ukuthi umakhosi. Bese kuba khona those who are there to oversee the contract. There's a beautiful story that I'd like to share. So this story is about someone who's very close to me, Noma Engmazi. This person was rich. You know, he ran a business which was a pyramid scheme and he had fine print, you know, he made money in a short space of time and he was gifted, but he didn't really pay attention to the gift. So with his fine print, he was able to acquire properties, you know, unlawfully. Then he became so rich. He committed first suicide, second suicide, third suicide. The last one, I was introduced to him and I prayed for him to come back and he came. But guess what happened? During that time, the Council of Souls, not the spiritual council, had to intervene because his soul's mission was completely null and void. He came to heal, but he was focusing on money. And despite the signs they gave to him, nothing really materialized. So now the council had to intervene and say, now he's not fulfilling the cosmic mission. So he died during that time. I prayed for him. When I prayed for him, he went up to the Council of Souls. They renegotiated the contracts, which your soul's contract has a lot to do with you healing, liberating people from evil spirits and whatnot. But he didn't. So now he agreed to come back to earth to fulfill his mission. But guess what happened? They stripped off all the privileges. So when he came back, Itonga had to maintain the system that didn't give him privileges. Labes babizwa ukuthi Souls Council. So till this day, ngesipitori sithi ajisile.
So the titles, right? Abogogo, Abomkhulu, and
Yeah.
so what I've got to learn is that, like I said, you don't walk with one guide, ancestor. There's times where the grandmother's gonna be dominant. There's times where the male one is gonna be dominant. And I've seen, based on the type of person you're interacting with, you might see the Gogo side of me. I might see the Kehla side of you. But I've seen that they choose who to show themselves to, because I know that I work with the grandfather who is very secretive. It's rare that people can pick him up or pick up what he wants. He has a specific type of, connection of people that he decides to show himself and gives me the messages. And Yamakosi, for me, it's a title that I never even knew existed. I got it from other people when they interact with me. I remember I had this very weird experience. Yeah, it's still shocking till this day. I was at a funeral, and at that funeral, it was my former high school teacher. We were burying her, and there was a conductor, the choir, the school choir. She's also a healer, so she had red and white beads and stuff. So when we exited the graveyard, she passed with the learners, Abachika, like she was doing her teacher duties. She came back from the gate. I was way at the back because we have to allow the Heshidi. She kneeled in front of me. My boyfriend was panicking at that, my ex. What's happening? What is this? I was like, I also don't know. That time, I didn't even have my beads. She was like, Bahana. It's like they are saying I shouldn't pass you like that. I should come back and kneel. And she kept on speaking in Zulu, Makosi, Siyathokoza, Makosi. I was like, okay, please stand up. Like, it's okay. Like, I was panicking.
Yeah.
Then she left. So I was like, okay, this is weird. I don't even have my beads today, but what is she picking up? Second instance, I was at what do you call the ceremony? The virgins, the Zulu virgins.
Umemulo.
Yeah, Umemulo. And there was a ceremony, okay, the tent was still closed. People shouldn't enter because they were still doing the dance outside. So we were standing under a tree with the people that I came with. This lady came straight from the back of the house and said, you're not allowed to stand. Wow. Come sit down. That time the tent is closed. The deco people are still like closing. Opened that thing, said, you and your people sit here. What would you like to drink? And I was so nervous. Really, I found people here. Now attention is on me. And so as I get to discover, this Makosi title is not even the Makosi, the term that we use in spirituality. It's an actual king. So as I got to find out, do my family down the line and whatnot, I found out that my grandfather was a Zulu king, a royal king. And hence he's the one that comes up in those instances.
It now, to your story, the guest I was interviewing here, they spoke about ubungoma. Ukuthi izangoma zamanje ezinye azikwazi ukudonsa.
Okay.
You understand that? Yeah. So ukuthi uma umkhulu angithi ngiyahlukana ngama gifts.
Yes.
Umkhulu, they can't even see. Mhlambe nikwe ATM or online. It's going back what we said, would this person pass? Mara wabuya back.
Yeah.
But the power for the spell is complete. Angithi nginumerologist ngakhohlwa. So
okay now.
But the power for the spell is complete. Okusho ukuthi the first hierarchy is completed in 4 ancestors. 2 from your maternal side and 2 from your paternal side. Ugogo wakhe ngathi phila ezaluma wakho abe idlozi kwena. eloku ephila nje njalo because akaka complete the first 4. So the first 4 i-completwa ama-grandparents abokuqala le eyasehlosini. Then bese kulandele ke amanye amadlozi nalawa amadala, but mayiphelele umuntu nomuntu mayiphelele unamadlozi akha u12 abheke yena yedwa.
Oh wow.
Yes, it's 12 mawaphelele. Then okuya ngogogo nomkhulu kuya ngokuthi ubani ufike eqala. Most cases that's how abangoma they use it. Ukuthi ubani uzipresent eqala, is it the gogo or is it the mkhulu, ubani umnikazi wesikhwama and all of that. The makhosi, remember ukuthi ngumakhosi sizwe nami. So the makhosi title, it's not an ancestral title, but even though now it kind of looks like an ancestral title, but it's a very spiritual or it's a universal title. Why ngisho kanjalo? Akekho umuntu ozibiza ngomakhosi othwase idlozi.
Akekho umuntu ozibiza ngomakhosi othwase idlozi.
Yes.
Okay.
Impande yamakhosi, impande yesithunywa that looks like idlozi, but it's not idlozi. It looks like, angithi yakhumbula ukuthi ngithe kuno whatever version ekhona emhlabeni ikhona na universal.
Yes.
So the universal version yakhona mayifika phezulu komhlaba, it present itself ngendlela yasemhlabeni. So igama lithi makhosi lafika ngokuthi abantu babengenwe lo moya wezazi, babephupha the big 5, amakhosi omhlaba, the lions, the leopards and the tontons, bese kuthiwe ungenwe umoya wamakhosi, because the big 5 it's known as amakhosi omhlaba. Then that is how the title came to be ungumakhosi, makhosi sibanibani, makhosi unyembe, makhosi ubuthelezi and all of that, but it's a universal title. Akekho umuntu othwase idlozi, akekho umuntu othwase impande yamakhosi othi mina ngathwasa idlozi. Uthwase into that looks like idlozi, but it's not idlozi, umoya wamakhosi, izazi.
Hallelujah.
So
okay, now
kuba it's something like that. That is why I've always said awukwazi ukuthwasa impande yamakhosi mawuqeda uphume uthi ngisayolungisela isithunya sami, kanti bowenzani lapha yana? Yini lento boyenza lapha? Because isithunya lesibosithwasa lapha yana. Awuthwasanga idlozi. Awuthwasanga ilokho njani? Awuthwasanga ilokho idlozi lapha. Isithunya lesibosithwasa lapha, but usithwase in a form of idlozi. It looks like idlozi, but it's not idlozi. It's thunya.
What he's saying is, I had when I was thinking that I should go through someone for ukungisiza with my gift, they did say, because wena utsamaya, she also picked it up. First consultation was like, wena umakhosi. I was like, okay, what do you mean? Then she explained to me, but she was like, your gifts, how do twasa, because you seem to have all the gifts. That's what she said. You have imimoya, almost all of them. Mara ukasitsama udithwasitsa one by one. The way batho ba makhosi re ba eletsang ka teng, re ba etsa in such a way that it's like a whole
package.
It's a whole package. Then you will use your gift as one. Whether unale bungoma, because I know I have ubungoma bukhona, bugedla buteng, busebeletsi buteng, buprofit. But we're going to do it katsela ya makhosi. But because I haven't went through that process, I don't know how what that is.
So kahle mkhulu amakhosi wathwasela.
True.
Proceed.
So ngithanda indlela ayibeke ngayo, because i-confuse abantu. Abangoma have been saying that ukhona umuntu wathi uzongithwasisa because ngiyashoda. I understand umthetho weshoba and what not. It's the things they glorify over and above the gift itself. And nempande ukuthi impande kabani and what not. So lento ekhuluma igogo, it's very important, because njengomakhosi uhamba ngamakhosi. Asekeleni lento yokuzikhukhumeza ukuthi amakhosi wami wathobela walala emzini wenye indoda, because that's an insult to human standards. Ngokwamakhosi you can say that, but komunye umuntu akwazi ukusho kanjalo. So lapho ke uzohamba uye bangomeni uthwasa ushaya isigubhu. Mawubuya there are 6 or 7 of your spirits that are untouched. Bese kuthiwa hamba uyothwasa umoya. Bayizamile abantu abaningi batha. Umuntu ahamba uyothwasa umoya, usebeletsi ahamba uyothwasa ubungoma, ephinde ebuye ethi idlozi lama lisebenzi. Siyamcacisela ukuthi kumele kuphakanyiswe amakhosi bese wena ulandisa wonke umsebenzi wamakhosi. What she's saying is, because now we had a conversation earlier yokuthi how can one become umuntu othwasisa amakhosi, asiwathwasisa amakhosi. lo muntu lona, let me explain why the process almost looks like umuntu uyathwasa. Ngaba yinhlamba phezu kwamakhosi ifike ngiyawathwasisa. One, you come from a lineage of ancestors who were snatched, abathwebuliwe. Two, you come from a lineage of ancestors who've got royal blood that was actually suppressed. Bakhohliwe wayibe inkonzweni kwenziwani. Lo muntu momphakamisa angeke uyenze in 1 day, angeke uyenze in 2 days. Even just ukukhuluma naye kuyashota because kuney'mpande omdlisa zona ukuthi akwazi ukuphakamisa abantu bakubo. Awumthwasisi because awumhambisi iprocess yentwaso, akadli igazi lembuzi. Okwenzayo lapho, you take them through cleansing, bese uya naye emanzini uyoshweleza phezu kwamakhosi wakubo ukuthi ahlambuluke, aphakame, athathe indawo. Once you completed the process, that's why sithi self-initiate, because the person will still have to align their spirituality through your guidance. Awumthwasisi. One, Mbatha, if mina nguMahlangu, ngumNdebele, ngikuthwasisa kanjani uMxhosa? Because asikhulumi nge-tradition, amakhosi baneyabo i-tradition. But because Usman Makhosi ushilo ukuthi they're universal spirits, that's why beza njengey'thunywa. Isithunywa, mawungabheka isithunywa, look at different traditions. They use candles, they pray, they speak affirmations, different, whether left hand or right hand path. So lento yenzeka la ukuthi isithunywa, it's a universal spirit which takes over. Bese lapho kuba khona zonke lephiwa bakhuluma ngazo amagedla, because you've mastered. For one to qualify kwi-incarnation ukuthi umakhosi, it's because you've been through the cycle of birth and rebirth. Wathwasa, wayenza into zobungoma, wayenza into zey'thunywa, wayenza konke. So qualified, you come as royal blood. Uwela phezu kwe-lineage ekufakela amandla ukuthi uhambise amakhosi. Ma uhambisa la makhosi lawo, ubugedla bukhona. That's why umuntu wamakhosi namhlanje uzothi uyigedla, kusasa sekashintshile, umprofeti, umsebelethi, kusasa ushintshile, sekayinyanga, sekayini, because zonke lezi zinto ziphethwe amakhosi. Uthi ube namakhosi, you've got everything.
It's going back to you, Matshepo. When we started the conversation, you did say that under spirituality, a lot of titles and what, and you explain your story, and then now listening to the gentleman over there and this one, I'm picking some of the things we are saying. Which, oh, this is what you meant. Anyway, yes, want to say something?
The spirits amakhosi in its hierarchy form, akusabantu. It's aliens.
Correct.
The extraterrestrial side of it, it's not humans. That is why mawukhula ngamakhosi, you'll start dreaming of extraterrestrial, you start dreaming of aliens, you'll start experiencing them, you'll start seeing the UFOs, even if nomafika, even if noma abazofika emhlabeni, you'll be the one owazi ukuthi bazofika and all of that. Ila khona spiritual psychosis esiqala ukufika khona. La khona abantu beqala ngazathi bayahlanya because izinto abasi-experienceayo, they are not in this realm. Okay.
Thank you so much. My Munchies and Thoughts family, I hope you are still having fun with us and my guest, of course. Don't forget, I am an author of this beautiful book called On My Own, I Have Found Sunshine. If you want my copy, you can WhatsApp me on 081-524-6791. It's on the trend and we deliver across South Africa via Pepsi. I want to say thank you so much to each and everyone who already purchased the book. And it's season 16, darling. 5 years of Munchies and Thoughts.
So season 16.
Let's do it. Yes. Given which is like a manchi, we've been serious now.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to read the statement. You'll give your thoughts.
Okay.
Erin Sangoma doesn't believe in Christianity.
My Lord.
Okay, mina ngasho lana ukuthi we have a concept yokuthi if you believe in Christianity, usamncane ngokomoya ukhulana. Yes, that's a belief that people hold. Bese khona abantu ababelieve ukuthi when you believe in Christianity, uyisangoma sikaNkulunkulu sikaJehova esihlambulukile. So, abantu abathi isangoma sangempela believe in Christianity, I think they're trying to explain that if you still have not transcended the limits of faith, Christianity, as it was presented to us. Because now uSmart Makhosi uhamba ngeBhayibheli.
Oh my Lord.
But utholile iy'mfihlo ezingaphakathi because the Bible has some truth. Even though it was diluted, twisted, and somehow, bent over. But it has some truth. So masithi inyanga yangempela, I believe in Christianity. We talk about the orthodox principles that limit your mind and that confine you to what religion had intended maya ebantwini. So ngampela vele mawuyinyanga ukhuleka ubiza uJesu Kristu ibakubuka kabi.
Hey, this is a very touchy one because yes, people are still confused for how can ke re ke ngaka or ke etsa dintho tsa badimo and ke sebetsa ka Bible, right? So in the beginning phases of my gift, I took a conscious decision that I'm not going to mention Jesus anymore in my prayers. I felt disconnected. I believe maybe it was an awakening that I was going through after I lost my mom. When my gift started to become very hectic and wanted me to start taking the work. So since 2021, I stopped mentioning the word Jesus. I still respect Jesus. I don't feel like he's something saying, yeah. But my point of view when it comes to Jesus, the Jesus story, I see Jesus as one of us, gifted, went through initiation, went through Uktwasa. People can connotate with however they want, and awakened and practiced his gifts and ascended and. So when I read the Bible, I see it as a book of people that were gifted. If you read the Bible, you'd see that everyone had their individual gift, right? Hence, everyone went through their own spiritual journeys. I see it as a book of reference to people that went through a similar path that I'm going through. Based on the stage of my gift, I'll find a character in the Bible that is going through the similar route that I'm going through. Now, when it comes to a traditional healer can't believe in Christianity, I don't believe in Christianity. Yes, it's not a religion that I would say I follow. I do believe that that the Bible resembles a time in the past where people that are just like us went through life and had their own experiences, gifted in their own ways, praying to their own gods, because I don't believe that the Bible talks about one God. Each era has their own God, hence the controversies that we always debate about, because you can't have a God that kills firstborn sons, but still have a God that says practice love and. So it showed me what we are not talking about the same God, but people are not ready for that conversation. So I still say, if you say you are awakened and ascended, you believing in Christianity will still be questionable because it's a very limiting belief. And as an ascended or awakened healer, you know better, and you've seen that spirit is very broad to be limited by a black book.
You know, Ketla, last when we were talking, I think when we were doing the Anunnaki, or it was Anunnaki, where you mentioned what Matepo was saying now, with Jesus, Twasa, and what. I'm loving it when these things, they come together. And Smart Marcos, hey, awucwebezela izandla kwenzakalani emhlabeni wakho. Yo, proceed anyway. Just
you can believe in Christianity if we sangoma, but you can't be a Christian if we sangoma.
Oh.
Yes. You can believe in it, but you can't be a Christian with sangoma. Let me start with the belief side of it. African spirituality, it is not a constant consciousness of divinity, but African spirituality is an ever-evolving consciousness of divinity. It interweaves. That means if it interweaves, African spirituality, it touches something from the Hinduism, it touches something from Christianity, from Buddhism, from Muslim, and then be like, okay, it's fine. I think you can work out something on this one. So the modern Sintu sethu sanamhlanje, the 2K Sintu sethu sanamhlanje, it's that kind of a Sintu esinaso, whereby all belief, consciousness, divinity are combined in one space, and we take what belongs to us, we take what we believe in, and we think what it can work for us. You have the chakras, Ntontono Itola from the Hindu side, you have your cleanliness that you find from the Muslim people, you have your Christianity, and all of that. And it comes out whatever that we believe in. Now, why isangoma singakwazi ukuba yi-Christian fully?
I'm very interested to know.
Iithunya zamabandla azizwani nobungoma. The reason why ubona all these churches, all these Pentecostal churches esikhulele kuzona, like uZETC, yoShembe, yoNtontoni, bengavumeli izangoma ngaphakathi, it's not because of umthetho webandla awufuni izangoma. Isithunya sebandla esingafuni izangoma ngaphakathi. Isithunya sebandla masizibona sona, sibona ubungoma, sibona ubungoma as a filthy dirty ancestor elihamba ngenyawo eligcoka efaka amabhithi elinamadumane ekhanda ungcolile nje ungcolile and angikufuni ebandleni lami because mina I'm holy, mina I'm a Holy Spirit, so I don't want to be associated nawe. So you can't be isangoma and say I'm a Christian at the same time, but you can be a sangoma and believe in Christianity.
Holy,
Can
holy,
I
holy
interject?
is the Lamb.
I disagree because in most instances, you find that Isithunywa Sakhe, and we'll go back to that heading of the title of Isithunywa because I don't align with what they say it is. You would find your grandmother, who was once a Anglican, Roman Catholic, and whatnot, which I see now with the people that I mentor, comes back now in the dream as a Wapirasaparo, blue and white, green and yellow, the ones that we wear as spiritually gifted people, or Amabai. So for me, it's like, why does she then come back as who she is indeed? Because I believe that what you see yourself as in spirit is who you are, right? So they wore purple Roman Catholic and whatnot, but when they come in the dream, they come with Amabai and whatnot. So what does this Isithunywa Sebandla say? Because it means it was forcing people to do what is not aligned to their past, and now when they pass over, they come back as who they really are. So it means these churches are doing what exactly?
It's ingimpendulo bese uzolandela.
Okay.
Remember that Isithunywa Sebandla, if wakwasonta khona and then you've left, you've taken an oath of serving leso sithunywa leso. Immediately when you believe in the name of Jesus Christ and you believe, if maybe you believe uNkashemba whatsoever, that is an oath that you've taken. And the problem is that iy'thunywa zamabandla, even ngisho noma usuphumile ngaphakathi kuzona, they never leave you. Zihamba nawe unomphela because you've served under it, usaphila, and you've believed. That means the contract azange ize terminate. Even ngisho usungale kwelamathonga, even ngisho noma kuthiwa uyaphuma phakathi kwesonto uyahamba uyothwasa uyabserve ubungoma bakho, Isithunywa Sebandla will still be part of you because you didn't terminate the contract in us. So even when you come, your grandmother will choose ukuthi, do I come to you in a form of ubungoma bami lobe ngagcina ngabo, or do I come back to you in a form of isithunywa lesane ngasebenzela, because she will still work under leso sithunywa leso, because the contract it is not terminated. At the end of the day, it's a marine spirit. You don't terminate a contract.
Kuning.
Let's
give him, then you will comment. Hey, Kuning.
So now the reason why your grandmother would go to a Christian church and come back ngamabai. There's a very specific reason there, because let's just be honest, there are systems of deception. Even if we want to not defend systems, but there are systems of deception. If you are deceived in believing that such a spiritual system is false and will not serve you, and yet it's part of your tradition and how your lineage actually draws power and sustains its, and where it takes its sustainability, where it passes down the gift, you die. Guess what happens? I mentioned that in the 7 stages before birth, you go through one stage where you go through the veil. The veil will actually take all the memories and the understanding of the true self. It just keeps it in that cosmic realm. So when you come to the earthly realm, so you basically forget. When you've forgotten, you go into Christianity, you follow the Christian tradition. When you die, you awaken to the truth and you'll be like, oh my goodness, I messed up. Yeah, so they will not accept you, you must go back and fix the mess you had initiated. So when you fix the mess, you reconnect them back to the bloodline, the lineage, the gifts and the karmic debts and the missions that you were supposed to pass forward to your offspring.
Wow. Matepo, you can take over.
Yes, no, I just wanted to understand that concept. Every time they come back to us, they are not wearing their church uniforms. They come with amabai, the pikazidi yellow, and if so, I just wanted to understand what are we saying, you can't be this and believe in that. The other thing about Isithunywa that I wanted to talk about is that as you awaken and grow in your gift, you get to realize Isithunywa has nothing to do with church, and even church itself is not even our concept. Church, back in the day, Rona ne re bona as just coming together, praying for a specific thing. whether we pray for rain as a community, we know what we pray to again, which is another information that was revealed to me. Sorry to divert, yeah.
Go-
but
go,
every time
honey.
Ketsadi Pitani, because I also make Ketsadi Pitani,
Bidani King.
the wool rope.
I dreamed about that rope.
Okay, so
Yes.
Yeah.
So one of my gifts is that I make dipidani, and recently I just discovered what it's this grandmother that I work with, Wamusebeleti, Onele Mongoma, Unatusa Basadi. So she's like a traditional gynecologist. That's what you said. Ne? Yes. So I get a dipidani. Every time I make bidanis, I get downloads, like very deep downloads about what certain clothes mean, what a cross means on a speaker, and all this. So I got that. So what I was trying to say, Kore, this thing is Tunya. In its basic form, Tunya means a messenger. That's it. Not related to a spirit, to the water, to a church, and.
I once heard that Isitunya is a function, but it's okay. You know what Manchis and thought you hear everything, darling.
Yes.
Are you guys still fine?
we good.
Can I just talk?
Not a problem. Okay. I was asking.
Yeah, you were
We are
going to the
moving
questions,
now.
yeah.
Remember, we
Yeah,
can't-
this is Zoya,
we
this
can't
is
finish
Zoya.
everything. Remember, these people. Are you rolling? Remember, we can't finish everything. The Manches, they must request you guys again because now you listen to them. If they say you want them back, I will definitely bring you guys back. The show is not mine anymore. It used to be mine. It's 5 years now. So the first stage was mine.
So manje mbatha kuthiwa awulethi inyanga sebakhathele ngabantu abanjengathi.
No. Remember ukuthi mina ngiyabhalansa la kwaManches and Thoughts. Inyanga ngizilethile kaningi. And remember, Manches and Thoughts is for everyone.
Yeah.
Manches and Thoughts, that's why it's called Manches and the Thoughts, because I want to hear different thoughts from different people. Like, guys, inyanga zizohlala zikhona. And the issue is not Manches and Nyangas. Anyway, what does it mean by vibrating high and low? Let's talk about vibrating now. I've been hearing some are vibrating high, some are vibrating low.
Yeah, definitely.
Let me start with you.
Okay. So I've seen that as you start to live by probably the way of what is Tunya. Most people say is Tunya is clean, cleanses, all those things will isolate you and. Of course, when you start to practice self-care, self-love rituals and cleansing, you will shed off energies that you've been surrounding yourself with, right? And you start to become energy sensitive, right? That we get to that thing where we're spiritually gifted people, we isolate a lot. When you are in public, you get heavy and whatnot. It is guaranteed that once you start shedding off or practicing a different lifestyle, you will start to vibrate higher, or your light will shine brighter, and because in the world valley there's good and bad, and hence we go to these nature places, because that's where pure spirits are, or clean spirits are, or where you get to reconnect with the self, with nature, and as soon as you go back to the world, you get to be in the same space with people that maybe do not even practice any spiritual rituals, no alignment with any source, and so I do believe now as a person, as you grow in your gift, as you practice opeta in your dreams, and you will start to vibrate on a certain level intellectually as well. The information that we read, the research that we do, you get to also elevate intellectually, that when you sit with people that now discuss general things that don't make sense to you, you will start to choose spaces that you want to be in, people that you want to communicate with, and spaces that serve you. So there is vibrating higher.
Two sides of it. The cleanness, which makes you vibrate higher, the sense of divinity and purity, also that is the first side of vibrating high and vibrating. That would be the vibrating high of it. Then the vibrating low of it, it's you not knowing yourself and you being everywhere and exchanging energies. You're not supposed to be exchanging energies of, not sexual as such, but sometimes the circle in itself, it's not as pure as it's supposed to be. Then you find yourself vibrating low, but immediately you shed people, then you start vibrating high, because you are becoming aligned to yourself, to your higher self. Then now you're starting to vibrate high. Sharp. Now, the other side of it, sorry, yeah. Then the second part of it is the knowledge now. Siya ngengqondo ke manje ukuthi amathongo wakho or laba bakuphethe bakwabela kanjani. Uphatha nani ngeke azaresine nami ngezinto zikamoya. Uphatha nani ngabe uthi ku level yakhe mhlamba amadlozi akhe asamhleplela ngokuthi amabits ayini, amabhaya yini. Mina ngilengi extraterrestrial. We are not vibrating the same level. I'm vibrating high, you are vibrating lower than me. Asifani. Khula ufike usafufusa. Khula ufike ku level yami sizo vibrate high sobabili ke. So ama level angafani.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Okay, but before ngiqale uhambo lukamoya, I was basically delving in so much philosophy and life in general. So when we talk about high vibration from that instance of where my life, we actually spoke about being happy, joyful, and having bliss, or being blissful. So Masbega, we've got what we call a spiral. A spiral is say energy. It shows our energy vibrational levels. So now the highest point would be pure bliss. That's where you are happy, you are at peace, you are free, you are interconnected with everything. And the lowest vibration, that's where you feel like you want to die now. You understand? So it's variation in energies.
Yes.
So high vibration are lighter, beautiful, vibrant energies, and the lower ones are, opposite to that. So asithathe silethe ngokomoya. So these vibrations also apply in different dimensions because we already know we are not in one dimension, but we are now experiencing one dimension more consciously. So other dimensions, they house different energies that resonate with the same vibrations. For example, idlozi lakho lihlambulukile elisithunywa sasemazulwini would be a high vibrational entity. That's why mawuhlangana nalo, you must be clean and you must be pure at heart and you must have very high intentions. That's when uhlangana nabo. Ingakho mawusephehlweni abantu abadala bayafika bakubone because you are cleansing. Angikhulumi ngamaphehlo angcolile la kwenziwa khona izinto. Yes, akhona.
Oh, I didn't know. Let me see.
Angikhulumi ngawo ke. And then that's why when you are angry, when you are nje awukho right, you come across the same type of events. You want to have a beautiful day, but in your mind you feel stressed, you feel cramped, and oppressed. You get the same thing. That's why about like attracts like. So your high vibrations will bring high instance, experiences, and low vibrations will give you the very same. So that's how I can basically classify that.
Wow.
Perfect.
Oh, anything?
That he said mouthful.
Wow, that was beautiful. Okay. I think that's what I wanted to hear. Now, this is the last one. You've been sitting here. I'm sure you guys are tired.
Okay.
We need more.
No, we're not. We need more.
You need
Try-
more.
Yes.
Remember, I said about okay, the spiritual psychosis. You said there's a thin line or what? Can we talk about that? Zihlangana kanjani? Zihlukana kanjani?
Spiritual psychosis and spiritual awakening, ne?
Yeah. Can you just
Please define the psychosis.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
sure.
When we refer to the spiritual psychosis, it's when by now someone has tapped into the spiritual side fully. You've lost the reality.
You're not
now.
human anymore.
You are not human anymore. Yonke into oyibona ngaphambi kwakho, to you it's spiritual. Yonke into, understand? Then it's a matter of balancing the two. You need to balance the two. But if you are failing to balance the two and you dwell deep into the spiritual side of it, then now you are in a space of spiritual psychosis. Because izinto ozoyixoxela abantu izinto abangayiboni, izinto abantu abangazazi.
sound
And
crazy.
abantu abanomali abaku-reality, uyahlanya wena. Siyakuthatha sina sikuse spirit fundane. You understand? So the spiritual awakening and spiritual psychosis has a very thin line of it.
Okay.
Because kungaba khona ikhalenda nje nayo lokhu nje mhlambe kuthiwa khona amabhubisi like there are lions and all of that, and you are in a space whereby abomkhulu bakho abangamakhosi they want to communicate nawe, and then when you don't believe in this, are you aware ukuthi ungathi uhleli kanje ubone la malayon amuva? Then now when they are moving, it's actually them trying to communicate now ukuthi actually sikhona, understand? But it's a spiritual awakening. At the same time, when you tell someone that I experienced this, it sounds like spiritual psychosis.
Okay, now I get it.
You understand? So it's a matter of, there's a thin line between it, but even though we cannot tap into it, where actually is the thin line between, because at the very same time umuntu ohlanyayo angakutshela umoya ungasebenzisa umuntu ohlanyayo esangana umuntu ahamba estradeni ungamameli abantu abadala bekhuluma naye emaphupheni uthi uhlangane ihlangene wena 1 2 3 4 5 6 understand then be like phathi ngisengihlolwe yihlanya and all of that phathi lo muntu loyo he's tapped into the spiritual side of it at the same time uyahlanya.
Thank you.
No, don't we think being fully spiritual psychotic is the one that makes it seem like but abantu bayahlanya, but abahlanyi.
You have to balance.
It's their reality. It makes them there because they're still on planet Earth. They're still physical, but they're living a spiritual experience fully 100%.
It mustn't be like that.
Yeah, that's
You
what I'm
must-
saying.
yes.
Maybe that's what's happening with them.
Correct.
Okay.
You know, the title spiritual psychosis, I think it's just a define a neurosis and psychosis. I think your definition was beautiful when you defined spiritual psychosis. So neurosis is when your neurons are basically not connecting so well for you to navigate and move in a way that's logical. For instance, it's hot and your body feels cold. You know, you want to go left and you go right. So there's a problem there because your neurons are not transmitting information correctly. So lo muntu sithi uhlanya, but there are two different types. Ukhona omunye ohlanyiswa into zikamoya, ohlanyiswa nomunye ohlanyiswa ukuthi the system is not well coordinated. Your mind and your body doesn't act in accord. So lapho ke spiritual psychosis, unfortunately, it's not a sickness. It's not. It's just that what people who think they are normal, people who are more grounded and earthbound, they think this behavior is crazy. Because now, what you need to understand is when we become more spiritual or when we are initiating awakening, we want to be psychotic according to the earthly patterns. You know, we want to be spiritually psychotic. Earthly psychotic, basically spiritual psychosis. So that's why sometimes we use psychedelics. So we snuff. Let's not shaya, lose a touch with earth. That's when it makes it easy for it to connect with you. Because now you have moved away from the earthly consciousness and you tapped into the supernatural consciousness. So lapoge, unfortunately, it's not a sickness, but when someone is here on earth expected to live an earthly life and move according to earth principles, and they're actually, implementing spiritual principles that are above the earthly dimension, ubangathi uyasangana ingakho bebona izinto bethini lento umakhosi ayishoyo ukuthi uhlole lo muntu ohlanya, this person is fully into the spiritual realm. Anything that happens there, they can easily pick it up because they didn't. And it's so amazing that when a child is not connected to the earth, simisa kubo, what are these specialists who deal with motor movements, who deal with hearing, we take them to specialists. Ukuthi mawungezwa into zangale la ubuya khona, your true nature, but we want to connect you to the earth so that you are not psychotic according to our observation lapha emhlabeni. But now it's funny that after some time you want to move to your natural state where you can easily connect. Bese mawuconnecta uthi hayi cha ngibona khona utikoloshi lapha bathi uyahlanya, because you are no longer fixed, and grounded on the earthly plane.
On that note, you want to say something?
No, I just thought I should add a comment out. I think as spiritually gifted people that are awakened and some ascended, we are half awakened and half psychotic.
Correct.
Because there are moments that if I can tell a normal person what happens in my day to day, they'll say I'm crazy because of the things that I see, the messages that I get, and so I think the mission is to then find a balance because we're still on earth. We can't be
In
fully
existence.
yes. So it's just so I think the alignment or ugutwasa or this initiation thing is just a matter of aligning and
Correct.
yeah.
Okay. Marcos Samaku, your word of wisdom to the matches. Now this is your chance. Mina, I'm done. I'm about to close the show. Your word of wisdom.
Am I? Hey, he's gonna miss me. Okay, so sabonga kakhulu Bata for this opportunity to teach. Unfortunately, Mina didn't want to show up in any platform, but abantu abadala, they pushed me to actually transmute the knowledge because it's part of my divine assignment. So the word of wisdom, it's that as we are looking at impilo zetu, you are not alone. When you have a calling, you might be scared, thinking that you need a physical being to always assist you because you don't know who is governing you or who is actually involved in your day-to-day. So you're not here by accident. Whether you came through rape, it was never by accident. And there's no victim here in this plane. You are not a victim. if you feel like the earth is victimizing you, it's because you are here to learn the lessons. You are here to clear your karma. You are here to experience certain things. So, but you're not alone. There are people who planned, and you are the one who chose your body. Sometimes you choose to be crippled because it's part of your mission. Sometimes you chose a family which is constantly in conflicts because you're here to learn peace and love. So yonke into enzeke empilweni yakho, it was divinely assigned. But there is free will. That's where we mess it up. So if you can take care of free will and allow everything that flows into your life to take its course because you are here for a divine assignment. Let's stop chasing millions, thinking that we all have to be millionaires. Some of us or some people are here for spirit-filled experiences that have nothing to do with money. We just need it to survive. So ngiyabonga kakhulu, but now everything that's happening has been divinely assigned and it's part of life. Pain is what we need to elevate, and it shows us direction, and it helps us to understand our resilience and strength and to learn everything we're here for. Sebo.
Firstly, I'd like to say to all self-initiates out there, remove the fear.
Oh, my Lord.
Remove the fear. See this thing as you being chosen because you are special. You are very special. Out of lineages and generations, you are the one who was chosen to carry this beautiful gift. Just like everything in life, everything is hard, and there's good, there's bad, there's hard, there's easy. So just see your gift as a life experience and just trust yourself enough to take on this assignment because your soul has already agreed to take on this work. You just need to take on the work physically. And the last point is that once you've seen how beautiful this experience is, you'll understand why your guides chose you and you'll understand your existence in life. Just take this gift as part of your life, not as an external thing or something that's here to disturb your life. And if your guides really love you, and I always say, if you are chosen, it means you are loved. So your guides will never give you something that is beyond you. If you've been chosen, then you're able to carry the work and just enjoy life.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Dear self-initiate, okugcina sichaza la kaphathanani, sisichaza nathi futhi. Angeke siphinde sichaze, siyagcina kaMantshi's and Thoughts okuyichaza. Because abantu abazimiselanga ukusazi, futhi abazimiselanga ukusilalela. Instead, bazimisele ukusidexelela phansi. So hold your head up high and embrace who you are. Abantu futhi mabayeke ukusifosta ukuthi sidle intwaso ngoba yona le ntwaso abafuna ukuthi sidle bayazi. Angeke baze babhekane nami mangababuza. So ngcono bahle nje bangasukeli. Njengoba sengiphindile futhi ngithi siyagcina ukuchaza kaphathanani. Asiphinde sichaze. Sesiphila nje impilo zethu kuyithina nje. Phathanani uyagcina ukusizwa sichaza.
On that note, it's a wrap. Thank you so much. Goodbye, darlings.